Let's join our Swansea fan. It's Scott.
How you doing?
How are you, Scott?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yourself?
Very tidy, very tidy. Listen, 8 goals, none conceded, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what you were chanting at the Liberty Stadium today was, we're top of the league and we're having a laugh. Is that right?
Yeah, I was working, but I work about 500 metres from the stadium. We went to the shop for lunch, listening to the radio, turned the radio off as we got out of the car, just heard the stadium erupt, you know. So we figured we were going all right then. I think that was the second goal. Yeah, but I think never expected to see the Swans top of the Premiership, even if only for 2 hours in my entire lifetime. So just mental.
Yeah, but Scott, what that does though, I know you say the Premier League sort of settles down after about 6, 7, 8 games. As a new manager like Michael Laudrup, to go in, not concede, because he lost obviously Stephen Corker, he went back to Spurs. Then he's got the likes of De Guzman playing in midfield, and it seems like Michu, for £2 million, he's sort of been worth his money already.
Yeah, definitely. I think Michu, he just went completely under the radar. I think he's a bit older than a lot of people most people are trying to sign, you know, and he wasn't playing for a fashionable club, so he just went a bit under the radar. But he scored 15 league goals last season in La Liga, and we got him for £2 million. So I don't know how that happened, because you think anybody who scores 15 league goals is going to be worth more than £2 million.
I tell you, Laudrup, he could play a bit, and you know he's managed in Spain and everything. He's turned up to the Premier League. He must think, oh, this is easy.
It's all psychology, isn't it? I mean, like, realistically, I mean, when the Swans, before I was born in 81, 82, they got promoted, you know, and they were top half of the season, and they ended up finishing 6th, I think, the first season. And it's all momentum and psychology in sport, and I think lots of things are proving that at the moment. You know, like the Swans are a perfect example of what happens if you have continuity and the players gain confidence from playing the same way every week and getting results from it. And I think now it's at the point of, all right, we're not going to beat Man City every week, we're not going to beat Man United every week, but if you look at our results against the big clubs last year, we did all right. So if we can get to the point where we're turning over all the other clubs every week, then, you know, we're only out the top 10 on goal difference last year. So, I mean, realistically, if we are aiming to get better, I can't even bring myself to say it, but you'd have to be looking at like almost Europa League, you know, and it's just
steady. Calm yourself. Let's not get too carried away.
Yeah. 2 games best. 8 goals, mate, you know?
You know what was important? Although West Ham were very poor and they set out not to get beat, played cut front of his own. But towards the end of the first half, they had a few set pieces, a few corners, and then Mikel Vorm pulled off 2 brilliant saves to keep them 2-0 up. So he's carried on his form from last season.
No, definitely, the guy's class. I mean, I'll be honest, I think I said it last week after the game, at half-time against QPR, I was a bit worried because we hadn't retained the ball so much. It was 1-0, I looked for QPR to get back into it. What do I know? We ended up winning 5-0. And it's one of those things where, like, Laudrup thing seems to be possession and do something with it, whereas before it was just possession, possession, possession. So as long as we're doing something with the ball and we're scoring the goals, I don't mind letting a few more in. Like you say, Vorm, he's a class keeper, his reactions are brilliant. But set pieces traditionally have been the Swans' Achilles heel, and Vorm's not massive. And we got a couple of new defenders, so I think, given all that, it would be a while before it all gels anyway, you know?
What about discuss Nathan Dyer?
Class, mate. I think if I was Nathan Dyer, I'd be pretty annoyed I didn't get some kind of England call up or even a look, you know?
Absolutely.
I mean, like, there's a lot of people with England caps who are nowhere near as good a player as Nathan Dyer. The guy works himself to the ground every game. His first touch is absolutely incredible. His end product's not brilliant, but you can see, like, his 2 finishes against QPR. If you'd watched him finish when he first came to the Swans, genuinely, he'd take a swing at the ball and he'd either slice it or fall over. So I don't know how much work they've done with him in training, but to see him actually sort of assessing it, looking, putting it one side of the keeper, he's come on so much, you know? And if he can actually get a bit of end product going on, he's very similar to Aaron Lennon for me. He's that kind of player, you know? He doesn't need to do much with it. He's got the pace to just get to the byline and play a 5-yard square pass to the centre forward, you know?
Is it because he's playing for an unfashionable club?
I think definitely. I mean, genuinely, as sportsmen, you know, like, how many countries in the world do you think the player who had the top passing accuracy in the entire continent wasn't in the national team? Like, you know, Britain.
Hey, Scott, stop agreeing with Perry about being an unfashionable club now, right?
Have you seen his beard?
Hey, listen, Scott, Cesc Fabregas was down there today, wasn't he?
This is true. You know, like, I speak Spanish as well, so I was having a read of that. Like, yeah, the guy, he likes the tiki-taka stuff. The Swans like the tiki-taka stuff. We got Laudrup now, who's a big part of when it started. And you're probably right in effect, because they are, last season everybody liked the Swans, and again, I don't think it's so much an unfashionable club. It's just that the media being the media, it's a lot easier to bomb the manager if he's picked a load of random players, you know? Like I think we were talking about it before, the Olympic team, you know? Like, it seemed with Stuart Pearce in the Olympic team that he kind of half gone for the players he wanted to pick, and then half gone for the players that he felt he had to pick because of their reputation or the clubs that they played for or whatever, you know? And it's a similar thing with the England squad, isn't it? You know, you're always going to have, you've got to have Rooney, you've got to have Lampard, Gerrard, whatever. But then at the same time, everybody's crying out for new faces. But then who do you drop, you know? Like,
Scott, just quickly, I don't want you to shave the middle part of your beard until the Swans get beat. Well, I want to see a man's beard. I don't want to see half a beard when you're Skyping. I want to see a proper man's beard. So you can't shave the middle bit until the Swans get beat.
All right, I'll take it. It's winter anyway, so I need the winter beard coming on anyway. So.
Well, yeah, well, we're moving in. Well, not quite winter. It could be
Winter all year, isn't it?
There could be an Indian summer just around the corner. Scott, very quickly, Terry Venables' column in the Sun. 13 things he's learnt about the new season. Pick a number between 1 and 13, except for 7, 10, and 12.
4.
Number 4. Arsenal will miss Robin van Persie and Alex Song much more than previous departures.
I think he's had to have a look. Has he had to look into a crystal ball to see that one?
Mystic Tale strikes again.
Scott, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.